Bohemian Rhapsody comes to us officially from director Bryan, although he was replaced by Dexter Fletcher towards the end of principal photography. And the film chronicles the rise of Freddie Mercury and the formation of Queen through to their performance at Live Aid in 1985. It's been quite a journey getting this movie into theatres, aside from Bryan getting fired. This movie was announced in 2010. It's taken 8 years to get this movie to the big screen. Sacha Baron Cohen was originally attached to star as Freddie Mercury and was interested in creating a more adult-oriented film that would have explored in detail Freddie's sexuality, drug abuse, and the darker side of his life that we didn't know much about, which to myself and many other people found fascinating. But the band understandably didn't want the legacy of Freddie Mercury to be tainted. The man is a legend and one of the greatest performers to have ever lived. So while the Bohemian Rhapsody film we do have does explore Freddie's sexuality and touches on his battle with AIDS, it doesn't quite go all in on showing that side of his life. You won't see Freddie Mercury doing lines of cocaine, but you'll see a table with coke on it. That's how this movie approaches those sides of Freddie's life. This movie is all about honouring Freddie Mercury and a celebration of the band's music. So your enjoyment of this film will probably come down to your affinity for the band, whose music I've always been a big fan of and think is absolutely timeless. Rami Malek, who I've been a big fan of since Until Dawn, and of course Mr. Robot, delivers hands down one of the best performances of the year. I was skeptical when Sacha Baron Cohen wouldn't be in the film anymore because he just seemed like the perfect person to play Freddie Mercury. But boy does Rami Malek own this role. Rami looks and sounds just like Freddie Mercury. From the onstage mannerisms and offstage persona Freddie had, Rami just nails it, and seems to effortlessly channel a man who could easily entertain 70,000 people on stage. This movie quite quickly gets things moving, and doesn't spend a whole lot of time on the formation of the band, which I would have liked to have seen, but it at least keeps things moving. We learn a bit about Freddie's home life before he became Freddie Mercury, where he worked, and how his family treated him, all the way to his longtime girlfriend Mary Austin. But the movie quickly moves along to the band and their biggest hits, and them touring around the world. Understandably, the song the movie spends the most time on is Bohemian Rhapsody, and how that song was conceived. I would have enjoyed some more time being given to Queen's earlier hits, but this movie is already over 2 hours long and needed to keep things going. Mike Myers is in the film as a record executive and is virtually unrecognizable. I thought he was Danny McBride. But the movie makes a great call out to Wayne's World that fans are going to really appreciate. Another highlight was seeing the kid from Jurassic Park all grown up and playing John Deacon. For the bit that he had in the movie, I thought he was great. The attention to detail and the production and costume design is phenomenal. Entire Queen music videos are recreated with the cast wearing perfect replicas of the band's various outfits. And while anyone can just wear an outfit, Rami Malek again perfectly embodies the look and feel of Freddie Mercury while he's on stage or in a music video. Fans should be very happy. The movie also explores Freddie's life with Paul Pretner, who was his personal manager and helped bring out Freddie's sexuality. This is where a good chunk of the movie's drama stems from, as the band comes into conflict with how Paul uses Freddie and manipulates the extravagant side of Freddie's life. Obviously, this side of the movie is where you can call into question some of the historical accuracy and whether certain things really happened or not, as Freddie never publicly came out until around his death, just as a result of the times. So whether some things are true or not, I can't really say, but I can imagine some creative liberty was used. A lot of the dialogue at times doesn't feel all too natural as well, but I felt like some lines from the band members were sentiments that they'd always wanted to say to Freddie, or things they've held onto since his passing. So while at times it might feel like cliche biopic dialogue, I took away that this was Bryan, Roger and John saying things that they'd never had the chance to say to Freddie while he was alive, and to me that made certain scenes more resounding and personal. So as a result, this movie lives to honour Freddie Mercury as the icon that myself and millions of people around the world celebrate and love. The highlight of the movie is without a doubt the Live Aid concert, which is where you just want to stand up and sing along. This is where Rami Malek really shines and commands that energy Freddie had during the real event. Supposedly the Blu-ray will have more songs from the concert included, as some are understandably cut for runtime, but I would be all for watching a complete recreation. This movie is a complete crowd pleaser and is wildly entertaining. It is a beautifully shot and realized film that captures the times and people pretty perfectly. Yes, the movie could have explored certain elements in more detail, like Freddie's private life. I'm always going to be curious about what the Sacha Baron Cohen film would have been, but we've got this more family-friendly version that instead chooses to honour Freddie's legacy from the moment the movie starts. As a Queen fan, I've got to say I was thoroughly entertained and absolutely moved by the end of the movie. Rami Malek's take on one of the greatest performers to have ever lived is absolutely worth the price of admission alone. Bohemian Rhapsody gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Guys, I hope you like this review. If you want to see more reviews just like this one, stay right here for your Monofix. Bye guys.